In this video, we're going to be talking about 5 books property investors read, and I'm actually going to be telling you how they're going to help you finish this year right and begin the new year very strong. The 4th book though is the most important one because it's one of the most underrated books, but I can tell you something. Most of my property friends who are actually millionaires read that book, and I don't want you to miss that one. And lastly, I want to say welcome. Before we get started, happy holidays, and I hope that you're having fun. You're seeing your family, your friends, and also you're having time for yourself. And also, if you're traveling and you see this video when you're coming back next year, I hope that you enjoy it as well. So otherwise, as the holiday season is here, one of the most important things we must note is that there's 2 people in this holiday season. The first type of person is the one you're going to see on social media posting about
December. Hey, it's December, my friend, too. We just woke up into December. You know the vibes, online vibes. Let's take a drink for the peoples.
I'm out having fun with my friends. Maybe they're drinking, they're having the December fever, and they're having fun, And there's nothing wrong about having fun. I'm sure if you work the entire year, you need to have time to have fun. That's the most important part. But the second type of person is doing things a little bit different. Sure, they're seeing their family, they're seeing their friends. However, they also have time to sit down, plan, and reflect, First of all, reflect on how the year has been, look at the wins and the losses, and also plan how the next year is going to be going for them. And I just want you to take a pause for a minute here. Let's fast forward live from 5 to 10 years from now and think, where do you think this person would be? If you met person A and B 5 to 10 years from now, what do you think will be going on in their lives? Do you think that they would have met their goals that they had? Do you think perhaps if they wanted financial freedom, they managed to achieve it through property investing? So that's exactly what I'm going to be talking to you about today. Before I give you these 5 books, I want to tell you one thing I love about holiday season. Besides seeing my family, seeing my grandmother, seeing my brothers, my sisters, and everybody at home, and I also enjoy myself in Limpopo, the most important thing I love is also having time to reflect. Sitting down, seeing, okay, how did the year go? Did we have wins? Did we have losses or lessons? And also, most importantly for me, I need to know which areas in my life do I need to improve, and also which areas in my life do I need to master. And if I want to go one level deeper, and I recommend that you do, it's also putting a list of things you can do in the next coming year that you can improve or you can master certain areas of your life. For example, you can say if you want to do any courses that you want to do you want to attend events that can help you out? Maybe you need to identify them, find out when they're happening. Do you also want to read books, which is exactly what we're talking about today? And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because with the right knowledge, then you can be able to make the right decisions. And that's why we actually have a famous book by Thomas Sowell called Knowledge and Decision, which is one of my favorite books of all time, and I recommend that you check it out. But that's not the book that we're going to be talking about today. And we're going to be, before we get into the 5 books, I would recommend that you read this festive season. And the most important thing is you must understand that knowledge is the gateway to the right decision, because with the right knowledge, you can be able to improve your life and become the best version of yourself, and also be able to build the world that you're looking for all this time as you're working as hard as you can, and you're watching this video right now so you can be able to add value in your life or create value in your life as well. So let's get to the 5 books that every property millionaire is reading, and you should be reading this December. The first book that I want to talk about is How Do You Make Money Out of Property in South Africa by Jason Lee. This book is an incredible, comprehensive book about the market in South Africa. When I started in property investing, most of the material was from America, UK, everywhere else in Europe, and then I did not have property investing from South African context. So that's one of the most important part as well. And let me tell you something, I can find all the information I'm looking for to the best of my abilities online as well on YouTube and all different things. Well, that's changing right now because you're watching this video. But the book that helped me understand the markets, the laws, the numbers, the tax everything that I needed to understand about how to get started, it was this book. This book right here is one of the best books I recommend that you read from Jason Lee, and he has some other couple of books. In this book, he'll go to mention things like investment clubs, how to create one, and also mention some of the successful deals that he has done using an investment club, which is a very good vehicle to consider in the next coming year in order for you to meet your goals. The second book is actually a very nice book. This book right here is by Robert T. Kiyosaki, the one and only Robert T. Kiyosaki. Funny enough, before I started property investing, I read this book because I got it from a mentor of mine. And my sister told me when there was an event, a free event by Robert Kiyosaki, and I went there thinking I'm gonna see him. But whatever I found there made me get into real estate investing. And right now I'm here today sharing this knowledge with you. So this book is actually a very nice book because Robert Kiyosaki is going to be teaching you about how the rich and the working class are different in terms of how their balance sheet and their cash flow statements look. And it'll explain to you how the cash flow statement look for the rich and also their balance sheet as well, and also how the middle class and the poor cash flow statement and balance sheet looks as well. He'll actually go in depth on things like, different type of investors and all of that stuff, and how do you structure your business. It's a very, very nice book if you want to read and looking at exiting or extracting value at some point in the portfolio that you're currently building right now in real estate. So that's the book number 2 I recommend. And the third book is one of the most important books that I want you to read, and it's called Commercial Real Estate Investing by Dolph DeRoos. This book right here is a very, very nice book by Dolph DeRoos. I got the privilege to meet Dolph in 2018 and I was so fan-struck. Obviously he's short, plus he's also a civil engineer, or he studied civil engineering. And I was studying civil engineering at the time, so it was so exciting. So I thought we had so much in common. I was young, he started when he was young. If you know about his history, also he studied engineering, so I could relate with him. He's a very, very smart guy. We had a beautiful couple of getaway workshop where he was actually mentoring everybody there, and it was so beautiful, like a mastermind happening on that side as well, and that was so amazing. This book will actually teach you about how to get into commercial real estate, and I know most of you guys, either you are looking into commercial real estate right now, or in the near horizon, or maybe in the far horizon, you're looking into getting into commercial real estate. Whichever way you are, I think is a very nice book to familiarize yourself. Doesn't matter if you're starting, or if you're looking into it, or if you're planning to look at it into the future. And the most important reason why you want to do that is because you're going to be driving around and you can now start spotting out opportunities in commercial real estate. You can be able to know what the cap rate is, how to value commercial properties. And one of the most important parts as well is the tax benefits of commercial property versus residential as well. And this is also one of the books where you're going to find his definition of what commercial property is might be different from the other books that you might be reading as well, but that's also for you to explore. It's a very, very nice book, comprehensive, straightforward, simple, and easily digestible. I think you're gonna love it, and it's an incredible book as well. So the fourth book, which is the most underrated book I've seen in South Africa right now, and I think you should be getting it right now, is a book by Alex Dube called Pay No Tax, Make More Money. This is a very, very beautiful book about tax and paying nothing because you actually are a real estate investor. Besides that, it's a very good book that teaches you how to scale real estate. This was the first book I've read in South African context that I was talking about scaling, not starting. The beautiful book by Jason Lee is a very good book about starting, understanding the options, understanding the semantics of what happens and the details of exactly what happens when you're starting a portfolio. This is a very good book on how do you scale your portfolio. It'll touch on ideas about creating value, preserving it and extracting it, and a little bit more details on the financing part. But most importantly, because we're not tax experts, that's something that you can also look at as a property investor to say, okay, this is a book that will make it easier for you when it comes to the tax part of real estate investing. The last but not least book is actually The Real Estate Bible, right here by Robert Kiyosaki. This book, The Real Book of Real Estate by Robert Kiyosaki, is an amazing book. Robert Kiyosaki here took his power team of 20 advisors, put them together, and then they're giving you the insights about how to do well in real estate. You're gonna get all the cheat codes about how to do well in tax, financing and what's taking your money, and a lot of other things as well. It's an amazing book to read and I recommend it to everybody. So in this festive season where we had an economic downturn the previous year and we're not sure what the couple of years are looking like, it's actually a very good time for you to get equipped. And as a leader, you need to be knowing how the future looks like for yourself. For myself, I think the future is bright. I don't know for you. And by the way, if you enjoyed watching these videos, make sure that you like and you subscribe so more people can be recommended this video so you can benefit from it. And most importantly, if you're watching this video and you say, you know what, this video can benefit somebody I know, I recommend you to share this video with somebody that you know. Otherwise, enjoy the festive season and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much.